Donald Trump's president-elect of the United States. Congratulations, you're all stupid. Okay, so first off, I want to point out this is not a hate letter to anyone who supports Donald Trump. In fact, I'm glad you support Donald Trump. It's important to have differing opinions in the world. This is for all the people who call themselves left, all the people who call themselves liberals, all the people who call themselves Democrats. This video is for you because fuck you. Normally I try to keep my language I've been trying to keep my language a little more clean on this channel, but man, I apologize for all the times I'm about to cuss because I am so heated about this topic. So Donald Trump was elected the next president of the United States. He's not yet president, but he's going to be president come next year. Can you for all the people who go, I can't believe this is gonna happen. First of all, I would like to say, yes, you can fucking believe this happened. We let it happen. We let it happen. Now, first off, I want to touch on what I think the left is doing wrong. First of all, you're protesting. What the fuck are you protesting? You're protesting the outcomes of this election? Are you protesting Donald Trump? Because you had ample opportunity to stop this from happening, and you didn't. Now, this started long before this last election. For me, it started in 2014. I could have called how this election was going to go. I couldn't have called who, but I could have called that Republicans were going to take the White House.
Come back.
It was so obvious, and I don't understand why people don't get this. And let me explain why. So I work the elections. I work the polls. I work where you go to vote. That's what I do on election day. I love it. I think it's so much fun. That's how I contribute. That's part of how I contribute to the political process. But there's more than that to this story. See, in 2014, we had our general election here, which is for governor of North Carolina. I'm just going to use North Carolina as the example because that's what I'm familiar with. And we turned the government over to the Republicans. That's what happened. It became a very, very conservative government. And normally you'd be like, well, you know, majority rules, but majority doesn't fucking rule. That's part of the problem here. Is that we had ample opportunity to stop this in 2014. In 2014, you want to know how many people came to vote at my poll? 180 people came to vote. That's out of 1,400 people that live in just my precinct. 180 came out to vote, and that was normal. We were right on the average side of this, and we're a leaning Republican precinct. And 180 people came out to vote. We could have changed the course of that election. We could have. That was my first inclination that things were going awry for the left, because we don't I'm saying we because I'm part of this fucking left, even though I'm not the one who did this shit. We got comfy and decided that we didn't want to listen to the opposition. We decided they were stupid, we decided they were wrong, and that their argument was invalid because of it. That's such an internet argument. Like, I'm sorry, but that is so stupid. There's another video that I'll link here. I don't even know the guy's name, but he understands my frustrations. This is exactly how I feel. Now I'm going to go into different things than he talks about, so please go watch this video because he explains it beautifully. But man, you can't just tell people their arguments are invalid and then pretend that they don't exist. See, what happens is that no one fucking talks. If you're going to tell people that they're stupid, they're just going to stop fucking talking to you. That's how this works. That's why I'm not surprised that there were so many more Trump supporters than previously thought. That's why I'm not surprised that the polls were so fucking wrong and that all the Washington insiders didn't see it coming. Because they refuse to listen to each other. It's mind-boggling that we keep electing people who refuse to listen to each other and who campaign on the idea of not listening to each other. Like, I'm sorry? Is that what you think is that how you think this works? Like, no, you've got to fucking listen to each other. That's how we're gonna get anything done. Now, this is for my right wingers here. If I have any right wingers that are watching this video, I want to know that we might disagree on some things, but I want to listen to what you have to say. Please tell me how you feel. tell me if you disagree with this statement, because this is what I think that we get off on here, is that we don't remember that elections aren't about what we believe. It's about what we think is going to be best for our country. If you go and you vote for yourself, you're so fucking selfish, and I'm so sorry that you feel that way. Like, man, that's how I feel. You're welcome to tell me I'm wrong, but you're selfish. When I go vote, I don't vote for me. I vote for what's best for my country, and I vote for what's best for my country's future. That's what I don't understand here. The people on the left, did you really think that Hillary Clinton was what's best for our country? God, I've been a Democrat my entire life. I am a college-educated white person. Like, I'm as liberal as they fucking come. But, like, she's not what's best for us. Donald Trump's not what's best for us either. But if you're going to sit here for a second and tell me that Hillary Clinton was a great candidate, then, man, I want to hear your reasoning, because I don't understand. And please explain to me. And my anger that you hear, that's not towards your opinion. Like, I'm not saying your opinion's wrong. What I don't understand is, like, help me understand this opinion. Because all the people who didn't express this opinion but then said, oh, but I'm going to vote for it, like, why? Why did you let it get this far? We had all the options in front of us. Bernie Sanders was such a much better candidate. Like, oh my gosh. You want to talk about qualifications? Bernie Sanders was way more qualified than Hillary Clinton. Why? Because there's no fucking skeleton in his closet, first of all. Because he has a history of working with both sides of the aisle to get things done. Like, he understands how this all fucking works. And every time I've heard the man speak now on anything, I understand. Like, that's why I love him so much, is because he understands how all of this works. He understands it's not us versus them. He understands it's us with them. That's what I hate. This divisive attitude. That's what turned me off of Jill Stein. Because originally I was like, yeah, I'll go with Jill Stein. She supports a lot of the policies I support. But she kept saying shit like, don't vote for Hillary. She's awful. Like, vote for me. Like, that's not what we need. We need unity. We need people who work together for a better America. That's what elections are all about. This is your chance to say, this is what I believe will make a better America. Not, this is what I believe is better than the other candidate. Like, that annoys me. Like, God, man, all those people that voted for Gary Johnson are, like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? Congratulations, you voted your conscience. Like, congratulations. But come on. The man wasn't qualified at all. The three top candidates that we had here were the most unqualified candidates I've ever seen, and I lived through the George Bush era. Like, come on. You've got to be kidding me with this shit. Okay, back to my original point here with the liberal left and what you did wrong here. You fucked up. You're the reason that Donald Trump's in the White House, not the Republicans, not the baby boomers. Like, you can protest and whine all you fucking want, but that's not what changed this election. So like I've mentioned before, I work in a predominantly Republican precinct, which means that if everyone came out and voted, we would lean Republican. It would be, I would say, 70-30 split between Republican and Democrat. Like, that's not very close. You don't know how many people showed up for this fucking election. You don't know how many people showed up. We had an 80% turnout. We had over 1,100 people in our precinct come out and vote. 1,100. I've never seen that kind of numbers. I didn't see that kind of numbers in 2012. Like, I've never seen this kind of numbers. I was so happy because people were coming out and voting. And never before have I been so absolutely enraged when I saw that 50% of Americans didn't go vote. 50% of Americans didn't go vote in what is arguably the most important election in the presidential election is considered the most influential election, and you didn't go vote. We're not even going to talk about the 11,000 people that got themselves dressed, got up, stood in line at the polls, and then voted for fucking Harambe. We're not even going to talk about that. We're not even going to touch on that, because I'm beyond words with those people who think that their vote matters so little that they need to vote for a dead gorilla. Like, come on with this. People, 9 million
Where we're
Americans
at,
didn't go vote.
and
9 million Americans didn't go vote, and you're still gonna fucking complain. You're still gonna fucking complain. So instead of sitting here and yelling at you about all the things you did wrong, for all you liberals that are just so
Over here,
whiny
sir.
and so like, let me tell you the things that you can do to make this better. And I've written out a list here. I've written 3 things because I had to narrow it down to 3 things because I was getting so heated. First of all, go fucking vote. And I'm not talking about in 2 years. We're not waiting 2 years for this shit to change. If you believe in this shit, in 2 years you're gonna have an election come up that decides the fate of your state and of your local government. And if you don't go to the polls and vote, then I'm sorry, I can't help
I got one
you.
pushing me.
And obviously you don't believe in the things you believe in. Like, that's what boggles my mind. Anyone who knows me knows that if I believe in something, I'm gonna fucking fight for it. If I lose, I'm gonna find a different way to make it work. That's why I am in the position that I am, where I'm making decent money, living on my own. Like, because I have worked so fucking hard to make this happen. Just because we lost the battle doesn't mean we lost the war. That's what's great about politics, is that it's a fucking war, and it's going to continue for the rest of our lives. It's going to be my opinion versus the opposition's opinion. And it's not that they're bad people. They believe something different than me, but I don't believe in the things that they believe in. I don't believe that's the best place for our nation to go. So I'm gonna vote against them every single election. You will see me every single election voting. It doesn't matter how small the election, I will be fucking voting. 2, get fucking involved, people. Do you even know who your mayor is? Like, I doubt it. And if you do, when was the last time you talked to them? When was the last time you saw them? Besides election time, when they come out of the woodwork. I email my representatives every fucking month. I'd say email my mayor twice a week about things that I don't like. I'd say 70% of the time, I don't get a response from anyone. But 30% of the time, I get a nice automated response that tells me that someone opened that email. Someone looked at it. I'm doing my best to get fucking involved. I'm volunteering at the polls. I'm giving money. I'm volunteering for a campaign. It's like, what the fuck are you out there doing besides complaining and protesting a bunch of bullshit that you don't have a right to, well, you have the right to protest it. But, like, I don't understand why you would protest something that you caused. That's what I don't understand. I would be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked if over half the people who are protesting voted. That's what I understand. Because the people that are protesting, I bet over half of them haven't voted, didn't vote in this election. We're not going to get into all the ways that voting has been made more difficult in certain ways. Like, you've got early voting that's open on the weekends. Like, you can do an absentee ballot. Like, there are options, people. Like, it's not impossible. It's not unheard of. And you just won't go fucking vote because you don't think it matters. Well, look where we are now. Thank you so much for sending us in an awful direction for our country. We have a Republican-controlled everything. If you thought Bush was bad, buckle the fuck up, honey, because this is about to be a shit show if we let it be. That's the thing. We have to. My third point is we have to keep fucking fighting. If the next time I see it, well, I can't wait till 2020 post, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Because you don't have to wait till 2020. You can get fucking involved right now. Like, you could go right now and find an organization that believes what you believe in and is fighting what you consider the good fight. And you can volunteer for them, you can donate to them, you can support their agenda, and it gets results. Like, if you don't like the system, fucking change it. Fight for that shit. You can't just lay down and accept this shit. God, if you are listening and you live in America and you did not go vote, you are part of the problem. I don't care who you support. You are part of the problem. I don't want to hear about how your vote doesn't fucking matter, because it does. It fucking does. We can get into the Electoral College a whole different time. But, man, like, it matters. It matters so much. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that...
There we go.
Anyway, tell me what you fucking think in the comments below, because I can't stand this shit anymore. I've been Savage Bernie. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.